kind of get around that, you know what I mean? So that like I can run it up and control the supply. And I'm not saying any of this is impossible, definitely not. But if you're launching a coin in Pump.fun and you're not actually actually, let me take a step back. I want to talk about VC coins and like cabal coins and
let's
whatever.
talk about it.
I think that's one of the most like debated topics on crypto Twitter, especially by people that are skeptical of meme coins, because everything is a cabal coin. Every meme coin is manipulated, quote unquote. You know, those are the kinds of things that are being thrown out. I would say everything has buyers and sellers. Everything has bag holders that want the price to go up. In one instance, you've got people that have let others join in early, right? If you launch something in Pump.fun and you can control 50% of the supply, that's fine. But the other 50% can be bought up, and you know, if it's transparent in the way that people kind of understand what it is for what it is, then it's far less. It's a lot more honest, and ultimately it's what's going to stick rather than some, I don't know, quote unquote cabal coin or VC coin where they didn't let anyone get an entry. That's like one of the main things. And you can't see what happened in the past. So when people reached out to me and they're like, how can I, it's kind of like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. Like you're not going to be able to make it happen, because then they're like, we want to make it see. So when the coin reaches 100 million and people see how it launched, we want it to seem like it was organic.
Seem like it was real.
And I'm like, brother, like you're never going to be able to achieve that. It's impossible. It's that simple. And none of them ended up launching Pump.fun for that reason, because it's like, this is not how the game works. And I think that's actually one of the most underrated steps forward for, honestly, like I don't want to take too much credit for any of this, because I think honestly meme coins we're going on this trajectory in the first place. The market is a powerful force. I can't change the way the market's going, but we can influence it. And I feel like one thing that is overlooked with Pump.fun is the access to information. It democratized that, and I think that is really, really important.
Moving forward, post Pump.fun, how do you think that will evolve how the space thinks about these VC cabal coins?
I mean, I think people are kind of seeing it for what it is. People still kind of want to buy them, get into them. You know, that's fine. I mean, this is what the market's for. It's supposed to be permissionless. But I think, when is the last pre-sale that you've seen raise 10 plus million?
That Meta got destroyed.
Meta got destroyed because now I think Pump.fun got to a stage where like the bar is raised so high. Why the fuck would you give some retard $10 million in a pre-sale? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You can, and then in the end, coin launches at 200 million, and then you needed to uphold that to make a 2x.
It has to go to $1 billion.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing, man? Like, whereas you can invest in something that has stood the test of time. It battled out in the trenches. It's also at 60 million or 100 million. There's something there, you know what I mean? And it has nothing to do with, it ultimately has to do with kind of what makes sense for people to get into, you know?
Do you think the brutal pre-sale meta like rapidly sped up Pump.fun adoption? Because people were seeing this and like, what the fuck? I mean, I gave Machi raised how much? $50, $100 million. I sent him money, still don't have it.
I think it was like 40
Panda
million
raised 40. Basically, if you threw on him a lady PFP and bought 10K followers, you could make 8 figures in 24 hours for like 3 months.
For sure. I think it's a part of. It was also one of the main pitches back in the day. Like we said, there's no pre-sale, no bullshit. This is Pump.fun is like, it's fair launches only. And it again, you can say no fair launch is truly fair. Honestly, that's a fair point, because there's always people that are there early versus you. That's this is what it is.
That's the game.
That's the game. That's people trading assets. This is the same thing for meme coins and for projects, DeFi, whatever. It's all the same thing. But the big difference is that one is 10x better than the other. So why would you ever consider doing the other thing again? Yeah, so like that's why no one is even. It's such a pathetic thought to even attempt a pre-sale these days.
It
And
is.
I think that is the biggest win that we accomplished with Pump.
Wow.
No more pre-sales. $40 million, like this, hundreds of $1 millions stepped away from the ecosystem. I think that's an accomplishment for sure for the entire ecosystem.
Do you think there's a stigma around you as a like the premier builder?